Hello everyone and welcome back to another Assassin's Creed Origins video, and in today's video I'm going to be explaining why Bayek is quite possibly the most skilled assassin in all of Assassin's Creed. There's a lot of really good reasons to go with this to support me, so stay tuned for the whole entire video. Watch till the end before you say Ezio's the best. But anyways, I hope you guys really do take into consideration everything that is in this video before you do comment something bad. Anyways, let's just get right into this video. But actually, before I get into the video, please subscribe and like the video if you have not already, because it does help out my channel, and it helps you be informed whenever new Assassin's Creed Origins theories and information videos come out, so you can be up to date with the newest information. So, yeah, with that said, let's get into the video. So, Bayek is a Magi, and in the last video, I pretty much brushed up on this topic of why he would be the most skilled, but I'm just going to go into a bit more detail today, so it can be a full video, and there's a lot more explaining that I can do in a brand new video. But anyways, he is trained from birth. That is what we were told in the video that came out. It was on IGN, and they interviewed like 5 different people from the Assassin's Creed Origins project team. So, you know all of this is true, and the Magi are trained from birth, which means that he's very skilled. To my knowledge, there are no assassins that have been trained from birth, besides possibly Altair. I know you just start off when he's like 20, but he could have been trained from birth by being in the Assassins Guild or whatever. But you don't know. We don't know. I think there's some information, but I forgot it. Whatever. But Altair, I don't think he's been trained from birth. Maybe. But he's been trained at least from the time he was like 7 and up, so I don't think he's really been trained from actual birth. And also, Altair, even though he is really good, he isn't like the most knowledge with the assassins, because he even has flaws in himself that he literally just doesn't care about, because, as you know, there's a lot of conflicts going on with the ideas of the assassins and what Altair wants to do, because he like goes against all of the different parts of the creed, and he ends up getting his like title taken away from him, and he has to work all the way back up. So you understand that he doesn't really know that much like at the beginning, but then he becomes the mentor, of course. But anyways, Bayek, he has been trained from birth, and he refounds the Brotherhood, which means that he has the most knowledge on the assassins, because he basically just like recreated it. So you know that he does know the most about the assassins, because he's the one who started it all. That's like saying like, let's say there's a book you have to read on Marco Polo, okay? And Marco Polo wrote it. So, Marco Polo, he knows every single thing about it because he wrote it. But then somebody can deeply read it and deeply read on Marco Polo, and they think they know everything. But of course they don't know everything, because they're not Marco Polo, if you understand what I mean. Because they can't be Bayek, but they can know a lot of the stuff, like Altair, Ezio, every one of them. They don't know everything like Bayek does. So Bayek already has an advantage there. Plus he was trained from birth, and he's been trained with all kinds of different weapons and all kinds of different scenarios and stuff. And the time he was in, it was much harder to survive than it is in the rest of the Assassin's Creed games that we know of, which maybe Connor, it might have been a bit harder for Connor to survive because he was like standing out so much, but everybody else, it wasn't really that hard to really survive in the world. For Bayek, it was a lot different, because the world was a lot different in ways of thinking and in ways of settling arguments, fighting. But yeah, so I think Bayek does have the advantage on everybody else, because he does have the most knowledge, because he did start it. and because he's been trained from birth. So that already makes him really good, and people might say Ezio's the best because he is really good and his story's so good and all kinds of stuff. But just because he is a good fighter doesn't mean he's very skilled, is what I'm trying to say, because he doesn't have as much knowledge as Bayek has. So I understand that you guys might think that. I know Ezio's pretty OP, but I think Bayek has him beat because he's been trained from birth. He didn't just like put on the robes because his family got, and he didn't just become an assassin one day. He was basically like an assassin his whole life, but then just started the Brotherhood. So I understand what you guys think, but this is pretty much the truth about it. So Bayek, I'm pretty sure he's like the most OP. He has the most knowledge. He's been trained from birth. He's a really good fighter. He lived in a time that it was harder to survive in, and he survived. Well, none of the assassins have died, the main characters, besides if you count Desmond. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video and take into everything what I say into consideration before you comment. And I will be replying to every single comment unless it's like a really dumb comment. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.